All I've ever wanted is to star in a film with a happy ending.
Cut! Oh my God, that was breathtaking. You should be so proud of yourself, representing your community on screen. Can you believe how great?
Yeah, okay, let's reset that art.
Where's my coffee?
Never mind. Your double is on the way up.
All right, we're gonna roll on that next jump in 5, rolling in 5.
I'm trapped in the wrong body. I'd like to audition for the role of sad transgender man.
I want to match my insides to my outsides.
I'd like to audition for the role of transgender best friend.
I'm a real boy. I'm a real boy.
I'm a real boy.
I want to be whole. I want to be whole.
I'm living my truth.
My body is
I'm living my truth.
body is in prison. Body is in prison. I wish I was whole. Happy. Wish I was happy.
I just want to be your father, not your mother.
I want to be whole. I want to be a whole.
I want to be a whole.
I didn't want to surprise any of you. I'm just happier this way. State your name and the role you'd like to audition for. Hi, my name...
People ask for my name all the time. At some point, I started telling them it's X, which satisfies no one. But in a best case scenario, ends the conversation. Years ago, when Susan said, "You are like a son to me," my heart sang. I am the son you never had. No one knows how Susan and Arnie fell in love.
Hello, my love.
And nobody knows when Susan became the team captain either. Let me tell you what I do know. 1. A bowling ball has 3 holes. 2. So do I. 3.
Oh, honey, it's not my birthday.
There is rarely such a thing as
Oh, Arnie, I know, for good Lord's sake.
just the 2 of us.
What'd you bring me this time?
Chocolate chip cookies.
I can't eat those. Now, we're gonna need 3 size 11s, 2 size 6 1/2s, 1 size 8.
I want to travel. I mean, I really want to have new experiences. Hey, can I tell you something? I think I might be interested in women.
Bless you.
Thank you. It's about being in your body. That's what it comes down to, sweetie. That's what health is.
Nobody knows if Gio is really Arnie's son, and frankly, nobody cares. I would tell Gio he's the closest thing I've ever had to a brother. But it just sort of goes without saying.
Let me guess. You kill yourself, credits roll. Damn. I didn't mean to be literal.
Do you get it? I want to be seen. Or is it that I want to be had?
Break a leg.
On my worst days, I feel like a set piece of myself. Last week, it took us 17 takes to get the angle of my body just right. My half-moon scars poking out of the sides of my tank top.
Max, it's Susan. We need to talk.
I'd like you to speak at my funeral. I don't need any water. Don't daddy me, young man.
Look, I know you don't want to have to rely on anyone. On us. On me. Especially me, it seems like. And that bothers me. Because I need you. You know I can't tell you what to do with your body. I can't tell anybody what to do with their body.
You can't tell anyone what to do with their body? Oh, I don't want to surprise anybody.
Why now, though?
Why anything? Don't overthink it. Maybe I'm selfish. Well, I'm not afraid. I want to stop perceiving. And sweetie, you don't need me. You need to figure out what you do need, though.
The daughter drinks herself into a hospital one night. Father into a coma. Liver failure. The other father, heartbroken, knows not how to keep his family together. But his heart is inside his son. And so, he finds the strength in his stomach, which is his. You still making your beautiful films?
I haven't shot anything new in a while. Are you still writing?
Yes. The story of a family, which is a body in itself.
I made this decision a long time ago. And none of you could have changed my mind. This is my year. But I'm ready. I'm letting go.
You know what, Susan? I never said this to you before, but it's about damn time. I look up to you, and I always have.
It's a good thing you made this plan a decade ago, because
If I could have 1 ounce of your confidence
it's hard enough already.
and your happiness,
This team is your legacy. You gave us such a gift.
and I guess that's why I just don't get it.
I know it's a funny place to start, but Susan's the first woman whose face I ever slapped. We used to have knockdown, drag-out brawls. She and I both kind of like to have a say in how things should go. I loved that woman. God knows she wasn't perfect. But I just wished that she was here to drink my glass of wine.
Excuse me.
When you started the team, everyone was on board for a meetup or two. No one knew this would stick. Angela bought uniforms. Was it Matilda who decided Susan should be our captain?
To Matilda! Rest in pleasure!
Susan said to me, she said, we all need this league. Everyone needs a league. I need it to live.
To the woman who reminded me I have a body.
According to physicists, the purple of sunsets is the result of a greater thickness of air crossed only by short waves at midday. If nothing is happening in the sky, an apparition of this kind would disturb us less. The wonder is that it occurs in the evening, at the most poignant time of day, when the sun sets, when it pursues a more mysterious destiny, when perhaps it dies.
Hey, looking for someone?
Have we met?
I'm just in town for the funeral.
I noticed. Where did you travel from?
East Coast.
Oh, yeah? I used to live in New York for a little while. What do you do out there?
Work with kids. I teach. Are you an actor?
Trying. Can you tell by the way I fell apart up there? That was good. I'm terrible with kids.
Are you Susan's friend? Did you know her well?
Yeah. Yes.
Were you surprised then?
No. Did you know her well?
No. Not at all.
Are we ready to begin? I, Susan Faye Peterson, a resident of LA County within the state of California, make, publish, and declare this to be my last will and testament, thereby revoking any and all previous wills and codicils made by me. Beneficiaries. I bestow and bequeath the following property to the Lavender League, which may be divided and distributed at the discretion of my dear friend Angelica.
Jessica. Priscilla.
And I bestow and bequeath any and all interest which may belong to me at the time of my death to my daughter,
Jane. Bethany. Holy Sarah.
And as an addendum, on the last page of your packet, you will find my instructions for the dispersal of my ashes.
In the desert.
Any more questions?
Susan has a son. Susan has a son. Hey.
Hey.
Need a ride?
Yeah, to my mom's place. I'll tell you how to get there.
I know how to get there.
I'm Alex.
Okay.
It's like no one's been living here. She used to cook all the time when I was a kid.
You could leave that in there.
People are complicated. Sometimes you get to know a few versions, and sometimes you get stuck with just one. Sure you're familiar with this concept?
No.
Give me that.
I once read somewhere that a cardinal, when presented with a glass window, will mistake its own image for its rival. The bird will pummel itself for hours. Weather's pretty nice today. Not too hot. Are you enjoying your coffee?
Oh, yes. It's always so lovely to see you and meet your friends.
This is Alex.
We know.
I'd like you to come with us to the desert tomorrow, Arnie. If you're feeling up for it. You can wear whatever you want. Maybe it's what Arnie needs right now, you know? Trying some new realities.
Realities? Realities? Really?
I believe in other people's realities, even if I don't believe in them. Where are you staying? My apartment is small.
I have a hotel.
I just want you to know what you're getting into.
Small is fine.
That can't be comfortable.
You want me in there?
My bed is small.
I used to take my mom's car and drive for hours out there. I liked watching the landscape change around me. Maybe you should bring your camera.
I've never been able to watch myself act on screen.
I mean, but you want to be seen.
Do I?
You want to be seen. You want to be seen. I want you to see me. I want you to see me. I want to see myself.
Then look in the mirror.
But I'm looking at you.
She loved being alive. She's just not alive anymore. Can I make you watch something? It's short.
That's fine. Is my mom in it?
Probably.
Are you in it? I loved being a girl. I'm just not a woman. Mom couldn't handle the contradiction. It's different when you're family.
Gio, close up. We are going to desert with Susan and the son no one knew about.
It's all the same up here.
No. It isn't.
Can
Can you imagine? My lover never mentioned her son was alive.
I can't make any sense out of her map. She drew a bunch of, like, sci-fi gender markers in the middle of the page.
All right, Arnie. Telephone lines, telephone poles.
Not everything is trans, boys. You have been staying with Hot Leather over there?
Hot Leather? X? Yeah.
I hope you don't envy him. He is as lost as all of us.
I did it first.
And then?
It's sort of like I feel pain. I can see you feel pain. And only you could possibly understand my pain.
Because you are both trans?
I'm not sure.
What do you know about palm trees? Palms aren't even from Southern California.
Just like you.
Just like you. And they aren't trees. They're more like grass. They take up a ton of water. And depending on how you look at them, they either look like weird creatures or they look like paradise itself. And if it's a custer and you cut their heads off, they will live. But if it's alone and you decapitate that sucker, oh, it's going to die. They're unusual that way.
I like them.
Me too. You know which ones are from this region? The furry ones. Have you showed them that film yet?
Who?
You were in deep, lover boy.
Step right in it this time.
In deep. How's your mom?
She's having a hard time.
You're a good son, Gio.
We found it!
Okay.
This makes sense to me. There's nothing here. someone tell me who she became? I'm looking for my mom.
Look around, child.
No.
I'm usually not the type of guy to pass up a happy ending. See, I thought it was what I wanted. Honestly, I really did. Perhaps you heard me. Or thought you heard me. Or perhaps you stuffed words in my mouth. Or perhaps I thought the words were mine. How could they be? Susan must have left it in the mailbox Thursday night. What did she write?
Well, she basically said, Alex, I'm sorry. I made a terrible mistake. I love you, and I've always loved you. I acted out of fear back then. Still, now. I hope you're happy. Or, at the very least, glad to be here. I know you will love him as much as I love him. You are my child. I love every version of you.
Hold me. In all of my wet shapes. Let me play all the parts. And I'll remember all of my lines.
bowling is the game that I love dearly. Way bowling in the alley, daily, weekly, monthly, yearly, bowling down in Shinbone Alley.
Where is your camera?
And it's spare me, 'cause I'm a bowling in the alley. Way bowling in the alley. Spare me, 'cause I'm bowling in the alley. Bowling down in Shinbone Alley.
Goodbye, Susan.